Gentlemen, how are you? So this is the rest of module 4, lesson C, page 52. Open your book please to page 52, and the title of the lesson here is What Went Wrong? So when do we say what's wrong or what went wrong? When something bad happens, right? It's not when something good happens. So let's look at the questions at the beginning of the lesson. Which of the following do you think would ruin a holiday? Ruin a holiday? What is ruin? It's to spoil. It's to damage the holiday. Ruin, to damage. Can you think of anything else? So do you think these things would ruin or damage your holiday? Let's look. Missing a flight. It's too bad. This is something that is, it can ruin your mood and holiday as well. Waiting for delayed train, I guess it's not as bad as the previous one. Forgetting your passport, yeah, this would be so horrible. Losing your suitcase, yeah, losing your suitcase is also, very bothering because you have all your belongings inside it. Car breaking down, so yeah, this is also a bad thing. Getting sunburnt, I guess female would worry more about this than males. Running out of money, yeah, there's also a big problem. Packing the wrong clothes, I guess if they're not matching to the weather you are going to, it would be so bad. So let's see the next part of the lesson. I guess we have a reading text here. So look at the picture and the subject of Jason Partridge's blog. This is a blog of Jason. Why do you think his holiday went wrong? And we will read. So look at him. Why did the holiday went wrong? He's so frustrated here. But why? We need to read to notice. So, a nightmare mini holiday. This is what he wrote on the blog. Jason Partridge. That was on 14th of August. Location home. Let's see what happened. Well, I thought this would be the best holiday, but unfortunately, unluckily, I've just come back from the shortest cruise ever. He was planning to go on a cruise. From the moment we arrived at the port, we knew it wasn't going to be our dream holiday. Why? Let's see. The first thing I noticed was that most of the people boarding the ship were in my age. Okay. Secondly, the ship looked a lot less luxurious than it did in the brochure. So he had a brochure, and it looked so wonderful in the brochure. It looked so luxurious. When I say luxurious, I mean full of facilities, full of services, like wonderful services. But he found that doesn't exist in reality. But the real shock came when we were shown to our cabin. Now he got shocked. It was tiny. The cabin was tiny, too small. The beds were uncomfortable, and it had no windows. You can imagine how bad it is. Let's see the rest of the text. So my dad went to the reception to try to get us a better one, but unfortunately all the cabins were full. So it was impossible for them to do anything. Then things got worse. Even worse than this? Yeah, it was time for the ship to sail when there was an announcement about the 2-hour delay. 2-hour delay above all this. Of course, there were many dissatisfied passengers. Passengers are people on board, people who are traveling. We call them passengers. The crew are the people who work on the ship, the staff members. Asked us all to be patient, stay on board, and enjoy our lunch. But the service was terrible, too bad. They were so disorganized it took us an hour to get our lunch, and it was completely tasteless. The food had no taste. After that, we went back to the cabin. My brother wanted to have a shower, but there was no water. So you see, this would be, one of the worst, trips that you would have. He also completes. So he called reception to find out what the problem was. It seems that they were having trouble with the water supply. We finally left port, but things didn't improve. We hardly got any sleep that night, and the next day, when the ship made its first stop, we got off along with most of the other passengers, and we never went back. As I'm writing this, my dad is writing a letter of complaint to the travel agency asking for the money back. Would you think they give him the money back? I hope so. Anyway, 5 questions here about the text. When did Jason and his family first realize that their holiday was going to turn out badly? When they arrived at the port. What happened when they saw the cabin, their cabin? Yeah, Jason's dad went to the reception to try to change it. Why didn't Jason and his family enjoy their lunch? It was tasteless. Why did they call the reception? Because there was no water in the bathroom. How did they end their cruise? The next day they got off the ship and they decided not to go back again. Okay. Vocabulary. We have words above. You need to distribute them in the table according to their category. So, we use, in order to get the opposite meaning of some adjectives, you may add a prefix before the adjective, like a short word that it changes, like, happy, unhappy. What else? Honest, unhonest, or dishonest. It's dishonest. So we will do the same with the rest of the adjectives here, but it's not only adjectives. We also have verbs, So, but when you have a verb, don't use on. It's this. Okay. So let's look at this now. Happy, unhappy, like, dislike because it's a verb. Polite, impolite, on, this, im. Next, agree. What do you think? It's a verb. I can hear you. Disagree. It's disagree. Now, possible, impossible, this possible, or impossible. It's impossible. Next, comfortable, uncomfortable. Pleasant, it's unpleasant. Organized, disorganized. Healthy, unhealthy. Appear, it's a verb. Disappear. Patient, impatient. Successful, unsuccessful. Satisfied, it's dissatisfied. Okay, gentlemen, you need to memorize this. Now, the next part here is listening. Listen to 4 people talking about their holiday experiences and match them with the statements. There is one extra statement which you would not need to use. So, Andrew, Rob, Greg, and Mark, listen and match.
4. Listen. Listen to 4 people talking about their holiday experiences and match them with the statements. There is one extra statement which you do not need to use. Andrew.
Well, I had spent ages planning my trip. The best beaches, the most luxurious hotel, everything was organised. But when I arrived, there was a problem I hadn't predicted: the weather. It rained almost every day. Luckily, there were lots of things to do in the hotel. On the last day, the sun came out, and I spent all day by the pool trying to get a tan. I ended up red all over and couldn't sleep all night. A very unpleasant experience.
Rob.
I booked my flight online. It was the first time, so I was a bit nervous about making a mistake. Anyway, I got to the airport and I checked I had my passport, my booking details, my money and my suitcase. All was going well until I heard the announcement. A 3-hour delay. Oh well, I thought, what can you do? But 3 hours turned into a whole day. It was a nightmare. I finally arrived a day late, and I was only staying for a long weekend. It ruined the trip.
Greg.
I love sunbathing, and I was really looking forward to spending a whole week in the sun. I didn't have much spending money with me, but that was okay, because all I wanted to do was sit by the pool and read the new book I had bought. Unfortunately, my dream didn't come true, because my book was sitting at home on my desk while I was on my holiday. I asked if I could borrow one from a hotel, but the books they had were terrible.
Mark.
I'm usually very organised when I go away, maybe too organised. I make lots of lists for everything that I need, so I don't forget anything. My brother usually argues with me, but he knows I'm right. However, something went wrong on my last holiday. Everything seemed to be cheap there, so I bought lots of nice things. One day, I was at the market again, and I realised what I had been doing. I hardly had any money left, and I still had 3 more days to go. I was so angry at myself. It won't happen again, that's for sure.
Okay, now what happened to Andrew? He missed part of his holiday, or he forgot to bring something, or was dissatisfied, or ran out of money, or got sunburnt? What do you think? He got sunburnt. Rob. He missed part of the holiday. Greg. He forgot to bring something, and Mark almost ran out of money. Okay, now this is the end of the lesson. Gentlemen, open your workbook for homework. Your homework is page 110 plus, it's 112 plus 113. You get to do the 2 pages as homework. Good luck. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.